Okay, I'll try to discuss something with you on communicating information, which is your last topic in your application. The first part of the chapter involves AM and FM, which represents amplitude modulation and frequency modulation. Now, for the first part, let's check and see how you can transmit information. As you can see, there's a few ways of transmitting information, and the first way would be uh, somebody talking there, right? So the sound waves produced and the waves travel through the medium and reaches the receiver or the receptor. Another way is by changing those sound signals or sound waves into electrical signals, and those electrical signals are passed through copper wires or wire paths, and the receiver, these electrical signals actually actuate a loudspeaker, and you can hear the sound. Another way to actually send information is by producing the sound waves, changing the sound waves into electrical signals using the microphone, changing those signals into radio waves and transmitting it through a transmitter, which is the transmitting antenna there, and then you can transmit the radio waves through the medium, through the air, and the antenna at the loudspeaker end would actually receive the radio waves and produce the information signal or the sound signal. Now, normally we will actually, most of the time we will actually use this to explain, but let's look at see what are the things that we involved in the process of sending information through radio signals. Okay, first of all, let's look at the problems with sending this. Now, first problem that you see is only one radio station can operate in the region. The reason is this, because reason for this is because let's say you have one radio station and a few houses here, right? Let's say there's a few houses here, one, two, and three, and let's say you have two broadcasting stations, right? Two broadcasting stations, and if this radio station transmit a radio waves or radio signal, the problem will be that if these radio waves are also coming in from the second station, say station A and station B, you would find that what's wrong with the pen, you'll find that these two waves can actually interfere, and hence you have a problem. This is actually called the problem of multiplexing. The second problem would be the size of the antenna. Normally sound produced by us in the range 20 Hz to 20 kilohertz. So whatever you speak should be in this range, and whatever you can hear is also in this range. Now, antenna length, or the length of the antenna that is used to receive the signals, are normally defined as lambda over 2, or is actually approximately lambda over 2 or lambda over 4. It can be, say, between lambda over 2 and lambda over 4. If you have a signal between this range, the signal frequency is very low, so the wavelength is quite high. Let's check and see how to find the wavelength. Let's say you produce a sound signal of the frequency 5 kilohertz. So you have a frequency 5 kilohertz. Say 5 kilohertz. Now that's the frequency. If I want to change that to lambda, I have to use the formula lambda equals to c over f, and c is 3 times 10 to the power 8 divided by f is 5000. That would make this as, that's 10 to the power 5, and 3 over 6 0.6, so 60,000 kilometers. So sorry, 60,000 meters. So that would be approximately 60 kilometers. Now the antenna length would be 1/4 of this or half of this, which would be approximately 15 kilometers. So 1/4 of the lambda is going to be 15 kilometers. So if you see that because of the 15 kilometer, lambda is going to be 15 kilometers. Now that's absurd, right? That antenna length is absurd and is not practical, and hence you have a problem with transmitting radio waves. And the two problems are, one is a problem of multiplexing, which only one radio station can operate in a region. So only one radio station can share the wave space. So it's actually sharing a wave space. It's impossible for two radio stations to share a wave space, and that's the problem there. So we'll look at this problem. We'll see how to rectify these two problems. Stop here now and then continue to the next.